Before we build, if Futureflow AI is helping you ship practical agent workflows, subscribe and turn on notifications. That free click is how this channel reaches more teams stuck reinventing prompts alone. Share it with a teammate who still starts every task from a blank chat box. Yesterday we versioned the skill library, skills, hooks, MCP. Today we put a front door on the whole stack. 1 brief generator, fill the form, get a 5-part brief, auto route model, skill set, and sandbox profile. Same language from onboarding to production. No vibes, no missing scope. 5 required fields. Goal. What done looks like in 1 sentence. Constraints. Time, stack, style, compliance. Files in scope. Paths the agent may touch. Files out of scope. Paths that are forbidden without a human gate. Acceptance tests. Commands or checks that must pass. Optional. Risk path tags. Off. Payments. Infra. Customer data. Optional. Preferred tool. Optional. Max token budget override. Everything else is derived. Task type. Default model from your route map. Default skills from the library index. Sandbox profile. Eval checklist version. Cost tag skeleton. If a field is empty, the form blocks submit. Empty brief is how scope creep is born. On submit, classify task type. Docs rename. Multi-file code fix. Agent tool loop. Research. Sensitive data. Look up the N8N or config route map. Grok 4.5 for hard coding and long agent resolve. Chat class for rewrites and summaries. Backup provider on outage. Attach the skill set for that type from the library. Pin skill versions. Attach sandbox profile. Junior code fix cannot pick in for MCP. Emit a machine-readable brief JSON and a human-readable markdown paste. Same content. 2 formats. CI and agents consume JSON. Humans read markdown. Write a cost row with task ID and task type before the model runs. That is how the SLO board stays honest. Build the form once. Expose it 3 ways. Web form for product and support. CLI for engineers. N8N webhook for tickets that become agent tasks. Prompt forge is where you test the brief wording and model output before locking routes. Store the form schema next to AGENTS.md. Version it. When the definition of done changes, the form fields change in the same PR as the eval harness checklist. Do not let the generator invent new task types silently. Unknown type goes to human queue. That is a feature. Mystery types break routing and cost tags. The generator enforces policy before the agent starts. If out of scope includes nothing and in scope is the whole monorepo, warn hard. If risk tags include auth and the requester is not on the infra allow list, force 2i and draft only. If secrets appear in the goal text, block and tell them to use fixtures. If the skill set requires an MCP, the sandbox profile forbids, block. Show the user the derived route before launch. Model, skills, profile, estimated cost band, confirm button. Confirmation is the last cheap place to stop a bad task. After launch, the PR eval harness and sandbox still apply. Generator is the front door, not the only lock. Track generator metrics. Time to submit. Field completion quality. Edit distance from form brief to final PR description. Tasks that needed human rewrite of the brief. Cost and pass rate by task type that entered through the form versus freeform chat. If freeform wins on speed but loses on rework and incidents, keep the form mandatory for agent-labeled work. Canary a shorter form for docs only. Expand when quality holds. Publish the win in the monthly agent ops note. New hires learn the form on day 1 from the onboarding pack. Champions do not get a bypass label without audit. Your move. Ship a 5-field form that emits JSON and Markdown. Wire 1 route map and 1 skill set. Block empty scope. If this helped, subscribe so more builders find the series. Tune in tomorrow. We build the ticket to Agent Bridge. Support and product tickets that become validated briefs without an engineer retyping everything. Subscribe if you want the future without the fluff.